Hello, everyone. This is Talk for Glory, episode 260. Merry Christmas, or Merry Christmas Eve, however you guys see it. It is the holidays. It's festive. It's good vibes. It's all love. All those things. But just because it's Christmas cheer, just because it's the holiday, doesn't mean that there's no wrestling going on. There's two shows going on. There's two shows coming this week. One is in Japan. One is in the States. Which one are we talking about today? We are talking about Stardom, Dream, Queendom. So for you guys that, who knows, maybe don't know what Stardom, Dream, Queendom is, I'll make it short. I'll make it simple. It's basically Stardom's Wrestle Kingdom. And if you guys know anything about Talk for Glory, it's that we enjoy talking about the big shows, final shows. So here I am to bring you guys episode 260 of Stardom, Dream, Queendom, Predictions. Because you guys already know. What's up, Blood Money? What's good, my man? So you guys already know, predictions are mandatory, but what's also mandatory are introductions. Introductions are always a must. I'm an NLB4, here to bring you episode 260. This is Stardom, Dream, Queendom Predictions. To start us off with some holiday cheer with a New Year's Eve Stardom Rumble. Now, I'm going to assume this isn't like the Royal Rumble. I'm just going to assume that this is just for funsies. This is just for kicks. This is just a Rumble. And because the two powerhouses are in tag matches, I'm going to say, and I'm going to assume that this isn't just over the top rope. I'm going to assume that this is also pinfalls. I think Saki Kashima is going to win this. I don't know if she's injured or not. I don't know if she's making her return, but I think Saki Kashi is the one that closes out the year as the Stardom Rumble winner. Last night, I finished the Stardom Christmas Eve show. I finished that this morning, my man. Dude, piece of me wishes that Unimon versus May was at Dream Queendom. I kind of wonder why it wasn't, but wow. Thank you. Today is also the final New Blood show. Unfortunately, Talk for Glory does not cover New Blood. But if you guys enjoy New Blood, let Talk for Glory know who are some shining stars that need to be going from New Blood to Wonder Ring. Maybe they're signed. Maybe they're not signed. Maybe they're freelance. But yeah, I have Saki Kashi. And if not Saki Kashima, I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. I don't think Miyu Amasaki is booked on the card. So who knows? Maybe Miyu might spam her way to victory and DDT everyone into oblivion. Next is what I like to call a celebrity match. It is the re-debuting Fuachan versus the Wild Heart, the freelancing heart, if anything, Hazuki. I'm going to be honest here. I just see two friends wrestling. I see someone that has trained Fua and says, hey, you're going to re-enter the wrestling space. I'll be your first opponent. It seems kind of fitting. Personally, I have no emotion towards this match because of the fact that Hazuki has done so much. And I do mean just Hazuki. I really wish that like someone from Sendai Girls were facing Hazuki at Dream Queendom. Hell, I would have taken Hazuki versus Mika Awada. I would have taken Hazuki versus give me Hazuki versus Dash again. I don't get ever tired of them. But who do I have winning this? I have Hazuki winning this, and instead of, oh, what does Hazuki do after this? Where does she go after this big win? I wanted to go back to Sendai Girls and have 5 more hardcore matches. Because I can't get enough of this. Mei Sierra's second title run is the second longest reign of high speed championship. That is a good record, Blood Money. But we all know who holds the record, and no, I can't press the button just yet. So, congratulations, May, on being second place. You had a great reign, and I hope you keep moving at high speed, except you climb even higher, even further. Next, we're going to hit some rookie tag action. It is Mateo Hamabe and Ann Kanaya versus Emma Maishima and Kikyo Furusawa, or as I like to call Kikyo, Baby Metal. I like this. I like this tag match. I know I speed ran through the first 2 matches, but this rookie match, I am actually excited for. Why, you may ask? Because I am a big fan of Anne, and I am a big fan of Emma, and I'm a big fan of Furusawa, and most important, I'm very much a fan of Mateo's pursuit in wanting to join God's Eye. The future looks really good for Stardom with these 4 young talents. I believe earlier this year, which looking back with Talk for Glory and collabs, I believe on Red Belt Radio, I believe they've also dropped a Dream Queendom predictions as well. Shout out Jason. We talked about some of the talents in Stardom, where they stand, whether you were in a faction, whether you were unaffiliated. And I remember on his station, I explained much interest in Anne. So I'm happy to see that she's back. I'm happy to see that she's fully recovered, hopefully. And all 4 of these women, they're going to just show, hey, guys, this is the new Stardom. Watch us. What's up, Al? You know, it is the holidays, and I love that we got a lot of people for Talk for Glory. And I also love that a lot of you guys really do enjoy Stardom. But Anne is honestly what, as my good brother Ruckus would say, a time-traveling Nats boy. Mateo really is showing that she should probably be in God's Eye right now. If she has a judo background, like a lot of people were saying, I kind of can see why put her in God's Eye. But Emma is a car engine that is not maxed out yet. I see the high speed potential there. I know when that engine finally gets going, she is going to be a high speed demon. And Kikyo Furusawa, someone I have been saying since her match with screw it, I can't remember her name off the top of my head. Maya Fukuda. You guys can remind me her Stardom name. But that New Blood show where it was Maya Fukuda versus Kikyo, immediately from limb targeting, great ankle locks, everything. I knew that I needed to see Kikyo in God's Eye. Maybe I'm just spitballing ideas on what faction certain rookies should go to, but the future looks great. And in this tag match, we're going to get a small glimmer of it, what it's going to be looking like. Thank you, Albert. Kyoka Katatsu. But I've talked about all 4 ladies here. I've sung their praises, but I haven't talked about a winner yet. And you know what? I want to give it to a time limit draw. I think all these 4 women can give it their all, but none of them will be able to seal the deal. So this tag match might just go into a time limit draw. All right, next match. Okay, guys, I gotta ask the big question, and I mean the big, big question. First off, it's E Nexus V. It is Micah, Megan Bain, Xena, Hanako versus me, Vida Loca, Suzu Suzuki, Bozilla, Rina Yamasha, and Itsuki Oiki. All right, time to ask the big question. So we finally made the Nexus V bomb squad. We finally got Micah, Xena, Megan Bain, and Hanako on a team, all at the same time. Look, at this point, me and Vida Loca may as well get themselves DQ'd. Because we got Megan Bain, we got Chop City, Xena, we got Hanako, and we got Micah. That's a bomb squad. There's no Waka, there's no Rianne. It is a bomb squad. But yeah, I'm 90% kidding, 10% serious. I need Mivi La Loca to get DQ'd and actually beat the shit out of like all of EXV because this is a massive threat. You just can't let them walk clean. But yeah, I have Enex's V winning this. And I'm sorry, it seems like I'm speed running most of these. I am just talking fast and it's whatever. But I am enjoying the conversations in the chat. I love interacting. It's the holiday season. Also, I want to be honest with you guys. I was about 40% going to do this predictions, 6% gonna do it. But I'll show you the match that made this a 90% I gotta do this. The match that forced my hand, that forced Top for Glory to drop the 2025 predictions for Stardom Dream Queendom. It is God's Eye versus Neogen. It is the IWGP Women's Champion, God's Strongest Soldier, Shuri, versus God's Strongest Soldier's disciple, Tomoka Inaba, maybe Neogen, versus the returning SLK. And I'm pretty sure this is the last time I'm doing this for the year. So it is the high-speed bomb girl, the undisputed ace, former New Japan Strong Women's Champion, former 1/3 of the Artist Champs. She's probably winning the red belt next year. Am I coping? Maybe. She's better than your favorites. Spell her name correctly. It is not AZM, you fucks. It is. You know, I haven't pressed the Azumi button in so long. Or official tag names for both teams. It is Team Starbomb versus Karate Brave. What's up, weeb? So I actually moved around a lot during that intro, but yeah, Karate Brave versus Neogen, or Starbomb versus Neogen, is a really fun match. It's a really cool match. As I've said for maybe like the last 2 years, that I think Tomoka Inaba brings out the best out of Neogen, pre and post Neogen. Like SOK and Tomoka just had great chemistry. Azumi and Tomoka definitely have great chemistry. May and Tomoka have great chemistry. You know, they work so well against each other. Could you imagine if they were on the same faction? I mean, who is out there pushing Tomoka and Naba to Neogen? Who would do such a thing? Oh, wait. But jokes aside, I'm happy to see SOK back. I know that she's been out with injury. Gotta miss the Sky Tiger. What a match to come back to. To team with her forever foe, her forever rival, her eternal rival, as they face the agenda and God's strongest soldier. Personally, I kind of wanted Shuri to defend the IWGP Women's title at Dream Queendom just to, balance it out because she is going to be facing Kamitani. But I'm not really all that mad. Because I look at this. I look at this tag match and call me crazy. Call me crazy. But for the longest time, since about 2021, I think Azumi and Shuri have better in-ring chemistry than Utami and Shuri. One second, guys, make sure that you guys can hear me loud and clear. Okay, just checking real quick. Can someone just type 1 in the chat just to make sure I'm like you guys can hear me perfectly clear? Audio got messed up. Yeah, I figured. I just got a weird notification. Okay, it's fixed. Thank you, Weeb. Okay, so actually, let me read these comments because we are getting really active here. Let me see. Neo Genesis and Tomoka Naba are each other's. Chris AJ Styles and Christopher Daniels, SOK and Shuri are great opponents. Audio got messed up. Okay, thank you. Thank you. All right, so in case I got to repeat myself, call me crazy, but I think that Shuri and Azumi have better chemistry in the ring and as rivals than Shuri and Utami did. I really do enjoy seeing whenever Shuri and Azumi like just mix it up. And then SOK and Tomoka and Naba are just phenomenal. Give me 20, 25 minutes every time with them. So to see Starbomb and Karate Brave, this is like the best of both worlds. And who knows, maybe this is a Neo-Gen initiation match. Yes, I'm pushing the agenda, guys. Who knows, maybe, just maybe, Tomoka and Naba, after the match, sees the vision, sees the TikToks, and joins Neo Genesis. If not at Dream Queendom, who knows? Maybe it's the first crack in the downward spiral from God's Eye to Neo Gen, from locked in to parties. But guys, let me know. Do you guys think Tomoka and Naba should join Neo Genesis? Should she fulfill her destiny and become the missing piece? Fill in the missing piece. But winners, losers, all those things in between. I have this match also going to a time limit draw. But if I had to choose someone, I'm going with Starbombs because I think this would be a great match to paint as a Goddess of Stardom contenders match. The winners of Starbomb versus Karate Brave, I wouldn't mind them being the next to challenge the likes of BMI 2000 or Sakurara. But yeah, time limit draw or Starbomb as winners. All right, time for the final non-title match to talk about. It is best friends finally clashing. It's the fairy type Pokemon human being known as Natspoi versus the sun god Antonio Inoki reincarnated. Antonio Inoki's daughter, Joshi Strong Style, former IWGP Women's Champion, the second coming of Fighting Spirit. Sorry. Also, World Conqueror Freelancer. Sorry. You know, Natspoi matches tend to have a lot of emotion, but I love the fact that this match is very much counteracted from Natspoi's emotions towards her best friends versus Sari's violence. The idea that Natspoi goes, I want to fight my best friend, I really want to show them, versus Sari just going, I am going to demolish you. Please come at me with everything. Come at me with your best. If you can beat me, if you can some way, somehow pin me or submit me, you might be red belt ready. Because that's actually what I think Natsupoi was missing in her first challenge against Kamitani. Natsupoi didn't really have that big win to go, okay, yeah, I could see you challenging for the red belt. I think a win against Sari is what can do that. But here's the thing. As much as Natsupoi is filled with emotion and excellent storytelling when it comes to certain wrestlers, that doesn't mean anything when Sari hits you with the meanest forearm of your life. And like I call Shuri God's strongest, when you look up Joshi's strong style, it's a picture of Sari. And I'll say this now, if it's not here on Talk for Glory, maybe she's somewhere else's Wrestler of the Year. Maybe she's in someone else's tournament. Maybe she's here in Talk for Glory Wrestler of the Year. But is this the first Poi and Sari match in Stardom? Because it feels like a match that might have happened already. Yes, it is the first ever 1v1 of Sari versus Poi in Stardom. But I can't stress this enough. I think Natsupoi will be red belt ready another way. She will take a different route. But she will not be red belt ready through the course of the Sun God. Sari has gone to hell and war with Shuri, and she's gone over and taken over places such as Marigold and Sendai Girls and Marvelous. And, a lot of people want to talk about when you go to all these places and you win their belts and, you call yourself Ultimo something. What do you call someone that takes over the territory? Borderline dictator, almost a god. And I'll I'll give her the nickname now. Sari, the freelancing tyrant, the dictator of Joshi wrestling. Natsupoi has no chance. Thank you for entertaining the sun god. Sorry for the win. Now time for the first of 3 of the title matches at Dream Queendom. It is Goddess of Stardom for the God of Stardom championships. It is defending champions BMI 2000 Raka and Natsuko Tora versus Goddess Tag League winners and New Blood Tag Team champions Aya Sakura and Cinderella Sayaka Kurara or Sakurara. This is such an underdog story and I love it. I like that Sakurara are the ones that are facing BMI 2000. I do think that they can put on an excellent match. I just hope that we leave the hate shenanigans to a minimal. As I've got to be honest, guys, I've kind of skipped out on the goddess titles this year. I can't do all the hate shenanigans. It's getting towards evil levels of cheating. And as you guys already know, I have not watched an evil match in almost 2 years. Is this the tag team I would go for to face BMI 2000 Dream Queendom? No. Is it an entertaining team though? Absolutely. Double champ couples? That just sounds amazing to me. So hopefully, also I am now just realizing this, but correct me if I'm wrong here. But Natsuko Tora is 2 belts away from becoming Grand Slam. And that is High Speed and Wonder. Also, I just want to point this out that I love that for back-to-back years now, the Cinderella winner has also won the Goddess Tag League. I'm hoping that this is a great match. It's a fun match. It's a basic story of underdogs versus the big bad. And yeah, Cosmic Angels for the win here. All right, time for the Wonder of Stardom Championship. It is a match that if you told someone who watched Stardom in 2018 and then stopped for the past 7 years, their head would explode. It is defending champion. Yes, I said defending champion. It is about damn time. It is defending champion Konami. Yes, Konami is the Wonder of Stardom champion, finally. Versus arguably the most underrated wrestler in all of Stardom. She's basically female Tomohiro Ishii. She went through a war with a dragon for this match. It is Saida. I don't know. I don't know how I should feel about this. I'm excited for this, but at the same time, I am scared for this match. I do not want Konami to go on a V0. I think Konami is the most underrated villain in all of Stardom right now because while people are talking about the Suzus and the Kamitanis and the Momos and even the Saris, what do you do when Konami decides to do to you what she did to SOK at the beginning of the year? Konami versus Saida reminds me of Minoru Suzuki versus Togi Makabe. Yes, yes, I believe we agreed on that, Blood Money. But Ida getting a Wonder of Stardom championship match. Who would have thought? I know there's a couple people that think that this was supposed to be Hanan and all that stuff. But Hanan got injured getting stomped out to Wish You Happy, which is still funny. Is this the match where Ida avenges the wing to her gory? Or does Konami say the end to a gorilla's dreams? The answer is simple. The answer is obvious, even. It took 8, 9, 10 years for Konami to get this belt, and it's going to take 8, 9, 10 years for someone in Stardom to get that belt off of her. You are not stopping the submission sniper. She's taken a limb with the triangle lancer, and welcome to the Konami era where it never ends. All right, guys, so we're about to hit the main event. we're hitting 30 minutes here. I've enjoyed the conversations, the interactions. Both going to be singles champs. Maybe Ida can win high speed. Weeb. I've had so much fun with this. I always find it rare for Talk for Glory to have these interactions. Late at night. Yeah, late at night. Konami by Tap Out. Damn straight. So thank you guys. We Blood Money, Albert. Thank you guys. We're about to hit the main event. You guys know what to do when it comes to Talk for Glory. That is to follow the socials. So yeah, you guys already know to screenshot that, or just if you're fast with your hands, make sure you guys follow. Also, make sure you guys join the Talk for Glory Discord, as there's some promoting doing as Talk for Glory, or I guess just myself. I'm working with one of the many partners of Talk for Glory, that being BTBC, Bad Takes Better Conversations, as I help them find their Wrestler of the Year. And how fitting that we talk about the main event and I talk about Bad Takes Better Conversations Wrestler of the Year, as in the finals, it is the World of Stardom champion, the Phoenix Queen, the double champ, the World of Stardom champion, the New Japan Strong champion, the Tokyo TV champion, whatever title she won on TV that one time, Tokyo Sports MVP, the first ever woman to do so. It is Saya Sama Kamitani versus the Indomitable Girlfriend, the Inferno Goddess, the absolute cool one. Stoicism at its finest. It is Saori Ano. Before I even give my two thoughts, how do you guys think this match goes? How do you guys think this match ends? I'll give you guys about 10 seconds. I see there's 5 people in the chat, so let those comments loose. Okay, just saw some on Twitch. But this match has long-term storytelling. I know you guys love that. This match is a tale of vengeance and a tale of getting your mojo back. Siriano has not had the best of the year. She promoted her own show. She did great in the 5-star, but she's failed at Goddess. She's failed at Wonder, and here she is facing basically the Angel Killer. If we're looking at it, Kamitani is basically running through the cosmic gauntlet, as she's beaten Kurara, she's beaten Natsupoi, she's retired Tam. If there's one thing I would have done to this match, it's have Kamitani acknowledge that she's just tired of Cosmic Angels. I think in the final act, to spite Tam Nakano, because if you guys remember the story this year, that Kamitani blamed not Tam Nakano for every bad thing that's happened to her. I would have loved for Kamitani to go, I lost everything, so I want Tam Nakano to feel that, even in it. Siriano, you have your match under one condition, and if I win, if you are unsuccessful to capture the World of Stardom Championship, Cosmic Angels is no more. I would have loved that stipulation just because it puts all the pressure on Siriano and it puts all fear into Cosmic Angels. As that was actually something that a lot of people were thinking about when Queen's Quest ended. Are all the factions just going to get rebranded? Are all the factions just going to implode and, start from scratch? But yeah, that's kind of the one thing this match is missing for me. And okay, high stakes don't always need to be that damn high. And I know that some people want to see Azakami Siriano, but I believe it was a Good Brother Blitz on his review for, I believe, Goddess Tag League, talked about something along the lines of, if Siriano were to do such a thing, how many people would get the reference? And that's something I have to agree with. As much as I love seeing Siriano in Oz Academy attire, as it's more of a darker aesthetic to her, the crowd's got to understand what this means. But Siriano as the World of Stardom champion is interesting. But there's also another thing that's kind of in the works for when it comes to Saya Kamitani. That is, she is kind of halfway there to breaking the record for most defenses for a World of Stardom championship. And I'm going to ask you guys the $1 million question. That is, do you think Saya Kamitani will be able to break Io Shirai's record for most title defenses of the World of Stardom championship? Because that's a huge possibility. She's already hit a year. Who knows? Do you guys also think that Saya Kamitani might break Nene Takahashi's record for longest World of Stardom champion? Yes, that's basically 2 years. But with the heights that Stardom has taken Kamitani and the amount of eyes that have been placed on Kamitani, I'm going to be doing a lot of shout outs. So shout out Rod from Bad Takes Better Conversations, as we had a discussion after their award video not too long ago, and he made the comparison to Saya Kamitani that she has basically become the Joshi Kenny Omega in terms of new eyes on Stardom. When people think of Stardom, when people hear about Stardom, the first thing they're hearing and seeing is Saya Kamitani, similar to Kenny Omega in the 2010s for New Japan Pro Wrestling. So with that much traction, with those many eyes, is there a chance that Saya Kamitani loses the World Championship? I know. I don't think Saya Kamitani walks into Wrestle Kingdom with only one belt. So make that 4 Cosmic Angels now that Saya Kamitani will be, as she goes on to defense number 8 at this pace. Yes, because of how much her popularity has grown in mainstream media in Japan. Yes, Al. But yeah, I just see Saya Kamitani retaining, walking into the Tokyo Dome, the Dome Woman. If you guys, Saya Kamitani is technically undefeated in the Tokyo Dome. Yes, the majority of her matches have been tag matches, but undefeated is undefeated. So she's the Dome Woman, just in case you guys forgot that. But guys, that was everything. That was That was the Stardom Dream Queendom predictions. We are on 40 minutes. Lots of talks, lots of interactions. Remember, guys, these are just predictions. If I'm right, I'm right. If I'm wrong, whatever. Let's all have an open discussion in the Talk for Glory Discord. Or if we're just a part of multiple Discords together, those are where the discussions also take place. And yeah, guys, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, spend time with your family. This video is really fun to do. I was not expecting this much interaction. I hope your favorite wins. Yeah, that was pretty much everything. What's next here is going to be AEW's World's End, and that is the final video of Talk for Glory for 2025. And then what's the next? What's the first video of Talk for Glory? You guys are always wondering. It's Wrestle Kingdom, the Tokyo Dome. I'm looking forward to that. But for tonight, I'm looking forward to Christmas, spend time with family, things of that nature. So guys, do the obvious. Stay safe. Have a great day and or night. Merry Christmas. And above all, enjoy wrestling.